This is Dante Bosco, and you're tuned into Taboo's Comics and Kicks.
What's up, everybody? This is the ultramagnetic Taboo Nawasha, and I'm very proud to announce Taboo's Comics and Kicks. What better way to kick off the show, the experience, than with my brother? I mean, his track record speaks for itself. We're talking Wonder Years. We're talking Mr. Cooper. We're talking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then you get into movies. We're talking about, Biker Boys.
Hey.
The Taboo.
Hey.
One of my classic favorites.
Classics with
Yeah, I
this
mean,
joint.
bro. Okay.
Come on, Ben.
Ben from Taboo.
Let's go.
Because, being married to a Filipino woman and having, that connection and just knowing about Taboo, like a quinceañera, it spoke to me.
Exactly.
And I mean, the list goes on, but one of my most favorite and most iconic and just, you could brag for days on how much impact this character had, not just for Filipinos, but for the world. I'm talking about Rufio, my brother.
Rufio!
My brother from another. And I've known this man for years. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, give it up for my brother, Dante Bosco.
What's up? Hey, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the deep cuts. Yeah, man, we go back. Tab, it's good to see you, bro. It's been a while.
Bro.
I always just love you and what the P's. I'm always watching and just very proud of you as just friends, putting all this stuff out in the world, just being as legendary as you guys have been for so long, and just keep pushing the envelope. It's amazing. You know
what's funny, dude, is that we met each other through the art form of dance.
Dancing, yeah.
Dancing, battling in circles, rocking with other crews, ciphers. And that was the essence. Like, oh, who's this kid right here? Oh, wow. We got this group, and you was talking about your acting career and just how hip hop is a foundation for you and your
100%.
brothers. And how, we'll get to the b-boying thing and the breaking thing from the past, but we're going to jump right into the carrot, the goodie that everybody will talk about. We'll get that out of the way because I got deep cuts that I want to talk about. So my question, I wrote it down because I had to write it down. Being that your character Rufio was such a huge success and such an inspiration to the world, knowing you as an actor globally, did you ever feel pressure having to try to find the next role or gig to outdo the success and the bigness of Rufio? Like, for example, Michael Jackson was always trying to find Thriller and trying to outdo Thriller.
Right.
Did you ever find yourself in that situation?
I mean, of course, to a lot of degrees. Look, that character was crazy. I was 15 when we did that film, right? And I had started acting when I was 10, and it is a different era of Hollywood.
Facts.
Right? So I got to Hollywood in the 80s, and we did that in 91. And, I was me, I was a serious actor. I was studying since I was very young. So we were chasing the giants as a very young kid. But when I did that film, I didn't know obviously Spielberg, so you think something's gonna happen, but I didn't know it was gonna have legs that last generations. And when you work in Hollywood, you're always looking for the next big thing. However, at that time, I'm a teenager, I'm Filipino, I'm a brown kid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I get signed to one of the biggest agencies in town, and they're looking for something. And it was just an era where they're like, "You've done the biggest film in town," and there's no one, especially at that time, there was nobody writing any roles. Rufio wasn't even written for me.
It's an indigenous character, right?
Yeah, it was not. No, originally they casted a white kid. It should be an indigenous.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I represent the indigenous people.
That was the vibe that I got.
That's why that's what I brought to it.
Yeah, I knew. I love that.
But I heard it was casted before. Someone, that's. Look, being in Hollywood in the 80s, you being a somewhat ethnically ambiguous, the reality is you had to steal roles from white kids or black kids. Or really, if you're not white in Hollywood, especially at the time, you're black. The ethnic roles were just kind of generically could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? And so coming into Hollywood at that time is like, I just knew you had to just steal roles that weren't written for you because no one was writing a role for Filipino, any Asian character. I was playing all different kind of Latino roles or stealing roles from black kids or just like a white kid that may be streetwise kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't mind because I was a B-boy.
Facts.
So B-boy, so B-boying is like, I cut my teeth in art by being in the streets battling people I didn't know.
Facts.
on the street, boombox, cardboard box, just getting it. And so when I got to LA, an audition was just a cipher.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of going in there and like doing the best you could do, but also hustling. Like this is, I mean, being the one good thing about being Filipino is we're like kind of this mixed race of Asian, Latino, Pacific Islander, whoever came through the island through many years that kind of like colonized us at different times. So when roles were coming out, I can put myself in that role. Whether, there's Latino, we got Latino roots. Oh, there's Asian. We got Asian people in our family, Pacific Island. So I was able to kind of like somehow get the producers and casting directors' mind, like, oh, this kid could be this character. And then you show out in a cipher and then let the chips fall where they may. But as far as trying to find a role afterwards, we're always this whole town. And as you know, as an artist too, it's like everyone loves what you did, but everyone's always asking, what are you doing? Next? What's doing next? What you're gonna do next? And we're doing that too, but you got to find a way to balance not having too much anxiety over that.
Or the pressure.
Right.
And the reason why I asked you that is because you went toe to toe with two icons. At that time, you went up against Robin Williams and you stood toe to toe.
Hey, man.
You were like, it was a fight.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of what you said, the battle. In that scene where you and Robin are going toe to toe and then the food fight happens, it was just like, I saw you go into straight battle mode. Yeah. And Robin Williams was not going to outdo you.
Hey.
And it was dope because I'm your friend.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the movie the other day, rewatching it.
Right.
And I'm just like stepping outside of being your brother. And I appreciated your art form, your method acting, the way that you were tapping into your hip hop side, but bringing that to the big screen. And then when you went up against Dustin Hoffman.
I know he's a god. He's a god. He's a god.
It's like you got two Oscar award winning actors going up against my brother from the Bay that's a B-boy that, by the way, is one of the dopest Filipinos on the planet.
Yeah, get out of there.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, as a young kid, look, I was a precocious young kid. I was ready every day, just getting prepared for it. And you know, where I studied, you came and studied with us for a while, so you understand where I come from. But also, I had such reverence for these dudes also. Even just as a kid, I would show up on my days off to like.
Tell us about that. What was the day off like? You walk in?
Yeah, I go back on the set because you know when you book a movie, this is shooting on the Sony lot. You know, you still have credentials to get on the Sony lot.
Yeah.
And so
you just start wandering around.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would go.
What's on stage 47?
Bro, I went to the set on the days off to see the masters work.
Yeah.
Like literally, I would sit next to camera. I didn't know I was going to direct one day, but I was sitting next to Spielberg, who's a master director.
Oh, by the way, Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg, yeah. And so I would sit there and Steven was like, what are you doing there? You have no scenes today. I'm like, no, I just wanted to come watch. And I'd watch, you know, Robin Williams act and improv and be crazy and funny. I'd watch Dustin Hoffman do his amazing character work as Captain Hook. And I would just be a sponge. And then also Spielberg would turn to me and start talking to me about directing, about lenses, about camera movement, about lighting. And I'm like, and so it was like, I tell folks like, if you ever get the good fortune to be in the company of greatness, like show up.
Facts.
You just gotta be present.
What was one thing he told you that like really stuck with you?
Spielberg?
Yeah.
Well, so Spielberg was like, one thing I remember, he said the camera was moving. He's like, yeah, Dante, this is motion pictures. You know what I'm saying? This is motion pictures. So I like the movement of the camera. So I was like, oh, like he was like kind of getting to me in my mind like that. I was like, oh, this is motion pictures. You're right. It's not like stuck.
Gotta be moving.
Yeah. So that always kind of stuck out of my mind. But it's like I said, if you have the good fortune to be amongst masters, it would be the equivalent of us going like, hey, you can go see Picasso paint.
Or you could see Kobe and MJ.
Or you go, it's like going to Kobe. Like if you can see Kobe and MJ play, it's like going to see that. That's what it is. It's like, that's what it was. And so I was there doing that and crazy things happened. I mean, there's a funny thing. I remember one time, I was like, this is crazy. One day on the set of me just like sitting down and just watching. I was young, right? So I had lost my virginity
Okay.
while shooting Hook.
Wow.
Right? While
That's
I was
crazy.
shooting. Like, and so
Wait, like during the set?
not during the set, like at home. Like at
Not during
home.
the set.
Like, but then like
Freak
over the
offs.
weekend or something. Anyhow, the next day, I like literally was the night before, right? And the next day I was like gonna just go to set. And so I ended up going to set. And I did dress up. I don't know, I was feeling myself.
Yeah, of course.
I remember that I was like,
So how old were you?
15.
You dressed up as Rufio?
No, I was dressed up in like white denim. I had a blazer on, and I sat down, and I remember I was watching Dustin Hoffman do a scene as Captain Hook, and Dustin is a method actor, so he doesn't really ever break character.
Mm-hmm.
And he just somehow, now you're an older guy, you understand. He looked at me, and he was like shooting the thing. They're like, cut, and he looked at me by the camera. He's like, Rufio. I said, I said, yeah. He goes, you're glowing today. I'm like, and I like looked at him, and I must have went red. And in Captain Hook voice, he said, just remember, it's not the size of the wand, it's the magic it makes.
I've never heard of that one.
Dustin Hoffman is a G. But he just picked it out at me like the day. I always remember like, damn, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just show up and you just learn, and those guys were incredible mentors to me in my life at that time. So I'll always be forever grateful for that, and I'll forever like pay it forward with the next artist.
Well, speaking about wands.
Speaking about wands, damn it.
So the wand is a good metaphor for pieces that we have in life. I want to showcase a piece that you actually had on set.
Oh, yeah.
That you have with you today.
I know, yeah. I got it, because I know you're a collector.
Yes,
and it's
bro.
always about
all
cool stuff.
my fanatics, he actually has a piece from the movie. If you remember the scene, Rufio got the sword right
This
there.
is the pan sword, man. This is actually from the movie. So this is the pan sword. They had a few of them around the set. I studied sword fighting 3 months before we started filming and throughout the whole filming. So I really had a lot of time with the swords. And this was the pan sword that I ended up giving to Peter Pan. You are the Pan. I actually stole this one from the set because they weren't giving it to me. This is 30 years old. This is the one I was using to scrape it like across the line. Yeah. That one. Yeah, so it needs a little loving, but that's one of the on-camera swords that made it home with me one day. And I think we're past the law, the statutes of,
That is fire, bro.
If Amblin's looking for this sword, I still got it. So it's on my shelf right next to other, mementos and things like that. But that's the Pan sword.
That is dope. I love that. So Robin Williams as Peter Pan, and you talked about like days off, right?
Yeah.
This is Taboo's Comics and Kicks.
Let's go.
What was it like? Because I know this guy was a big sneakerhead. Robin Williams. He's from the Bay.
Yeah.
Just like you. He actually came to one of the Black Eyed Peas shows.
Did he?
Yes, dude. When we first started.
Oh, wow.
When we were just a trio with Kim Hill. He came to the show. And
shout out to Kim
Shout out to Kim Hill. And he was at the merch booth trying to buy t-shirts. And my manager Seth's like, yo, what are you doing? Here's some free stuff.
Yeah.
You want to meet the band? He's like, no, it's all good. So my interaction with Robin Williams was like, total fanboy.
Of course.
But I looked at his sneakers and I knew he was rocking.
What was he rocking?
He was rocking some Dunks. So I took some pictures of 5 pair of sneakers that Robin's wearing. Okay. And we want to rate his rotation.
Let's go. Let me see.
I want you to tell me what you think. We'll put it up on the screen and tell me what you think of Robin's rotation.
You go too far left, then you're gonna hit Taboo's wand.
Those are what are these? These are fresh. What are these? Hold on a second. What are those? The color. What are these colorful ones? These are Dunks.
Dunks. Yes.
They're dope.
Yep.
And I like those. They're very colorful. You got to be a colorful personality, but damn, it's good to see Robin, man. Rest in peace, man. I like those. So what are we rating each one individually?
Yeah. So there's 5 of them, right?
Okay. So what's 1 through 5?
Yeah, 1 through 5.
I'm gonna go 5 with that one. I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
Although they're very, I'm gonna go 3 with that because it's very Robin Williams because he's reminding me. I'm gonna go 3.
3
because it reminds me of Robin Williams and the Mork suspenders he used to wear all the time.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 3 with that. I just feel like there's gotta be some other fire ones in there.
Yep.
But speaking of fire,
right?
What are these joints?
Exactly.
Okay. What are those?
They look like Nikes to me.
They look like Nikes. They are going with the fire theme.
He wasn't scared to stunt on you, bro.
He wasn't scared to stunt on you. He's blonde in this picture. So this is thinking, what movie was he blonde in?
A 1 hour photo.
1 hour photo from
Yes,
that
sir.
era. I mean, he's fire. I mean, I'm Fire Nation. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna put these. I like them. I'm gonna go two. I'm gonna go two.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
cool.
two. I'm already filling up the mids. Let me see. Okay. Oh, some classic Air Max. Are these Air Maxes?
Let me see.
The green Air Max.
Yeah, they look like. Yeah,
They look like Air
something
Max.
like that,
I don't know
yeah.
which Air Maxes they are, but they look like some Maxes. And I'm a big Max dude. We'll put those at, but they're classic. They're chill. I'm gonna put those at 5. Put those at 5. Ooh, what's this? What are these joints?
the raids.
The
Air
raids. That's dope. And on a carpet?
Yeah.
Come on. I
Stunting.
like that. Raiders colors?
Yep.
The raids in Raider color?
What do you think?
I guess I gotta put that. I mean, I don't know what's coming up next. I guess I put that forward and I got left with one more. Am I left with one more?
Yeah.
Oh, we're left with the last ones. Which are these? Oh, what are those?
Babesters.
There's Babes. Then they go
Bathing
one.
ape.
There you go. Babes, man. Come on. The classics. And it's it looked like they're green with camo with the star. So the Babes go one. The Babes go one.
Perfect.
How intentional do you think his sneaker game was? Do you think he was very intentional, the sneakers he wore?
I think he took his sneaker game the same way he took his acting. He thought about what he was going to rock because his personality.
Totally. And it went with his outfits.
It did.
He was matching. He wasn't like, yeah, and they had to be, some of them are way out left. It's not like just something you can go in and go to the store and pick that up. Those fire shoes?
But that's kind of how his comedy was, spontaneous, improvised sometimes. Whereas he would go left and you'd be like, whoa, Robin just said that. But that was his energy. And I think he brought that through his sneaker game.
Well, before you jump off of Robin, I think I'd love to get a personal story with you. You said he came to a show, maybe behind the scenes with Robin with you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah,
Did you guys have any cool moments off camera that he was just like, it sits well with you?
There's so many. So with Robin, you met him. He's crazy. He's everything like you people like when they're like, how's Robin? Like that's when I go to Comic-Cons, I say the biggest question I get asked is, what was it like to work with Robin Williams? Which it should be because he's a bona fide god. He's a legend.
And because his mystique was so huge in not just in the movie world, but also like animation and storytelling and voiceover work, his stand-up. And so his legacy is like, when people ask, what was it like to play with Kobe?
Right. He's one of those dudes. He's one of those dudes. He's just goated in that way.
Yeah.
And there's no one like him. I always be like, yo, everything you think he's going to be, he is that. He delivers it. Like he's literally the genie from Aladdin.
Wow.
Like he's so fast, he's so funny, he's so witty. I mean, when he's around, magical things could happen, and they often do. And so that's great. And he's on he taught me so much beyond the set. Like he was number one on the call sheet, but he also he knew everybody's names.
Yeah, that's
he had
dope.
inside jokes with everybody every day. He kept the morale of the setup. He was the kind of guy that you wanted to, like when I got to be number one on the call sheet, it's like be like Robin, like be a leader like that on the set. Make sure the day goes right for everybody.
What does that mean because I just saw a documentary on that, but what does that mean for people that don't know?
Oh, the call sheet.
Call sheet,
So
number one.
When you're on a call sheet, they list the whole cast of who's working that day, from the stars to the people that have like one line. You know what I'm saying? And there's like, and it's numbered. Like the person, when you're saying you're number one on the call sheet, he's like, you're the star of the movie.
Based off importance.
Yeah, he's based off importance or based off the biggest role in the movie or whatnot. And so there's also respect for that. You look to the people that are higher in the call sheet. They kind of set the tone along with the director and the producers on how the day is going to go. If the number one guy's having a bad day, the whole set's having a bad day. Yeah. And some guys don't care about that. But some number ones are like, no, like I'm running the set with you guys. I'm going to make sure everyone has a good day. And he was that kind of actor, was very giving in that way. But then, I got to spend my mornings with him in the makeup chair doing like all of our makeup and my crazy hair and everything. And I would have quiet conversations with my guy. You know what I'm saying? And Dead Poet Society is one of like my favorite films of all
Great
time.
film.
Yeah.
And so we would be in the morning talking about poems, like his favorite poets, my favorite poems. He was very just supportive of me writing poetry, because I was 15, so when I started writing, I lost my virginity. I was writing poetry. You know what I'm saying? I was in a poetic time in my damn life. And so I started writing poems, and he was very just supportive of that. Like the last day of shooting, a lot of times we give rap presents to each other on set, you know? Mm-hmm. And so there's a classic picture of me and Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman. I got them hats embroidered, classic hats I got embroidered at Compton Indoor Swap Meet. Yeah, because I'm from Paramount. So his says Captain Hook. It says Captain Hook and Peter Pan.
Gangster style?
Gangster style. Like you see it in
nice.
It's like there's a Polaroid that's online.
You have the photo?
I have the actual photo, yeah. But it's the photo online is online. It's a Polaroid that's in my files, but they're two hats from Compton Indoor Swap Meet. Yeah. Man, it's classic.
Shout out Compton Indoor Swap Meet.
I know. I think they're gone now, but it was the spot.
Yeah.
And then his present to me was Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, a big leather-bound book, and he wrote this really beautiful inscription in it. But so I go on to continue to write poetry, and I start a poetry venue in my living room. And that poetry venue goes to the sandwich shop and to the theater. It's called Dante's Poetry Lounge. And then that became, I brought my other boys in, Shihan and Poetry and Jamel, and that became DPL, Dub Poetry Lounge, which is now, we just celebrated our 27th year anniversary.
Wow, that's dope.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. And it's the largest weekly open mic venue in the country. It's the inspiration which became Def Poetry Jam on HBO.
Yeah,
that went to Broadway. That ended up winning a Tony. So that whole process and that world, what happened? I mean, magical things happen, and I attribute some of that magic and love to the support and inspiration of Robin Williams.
That's fire. Love that. So Robin Williams was. I mean, this conversation about Robin, we could go on for years. Years, bro.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. But I also want to talk about Dante Bosco's journey.
Yeah.
After Rufio.
Yeah.
Because we all know that you continued on to create amazing art, not just in film, but also in animation.
Oh, yeah.
Like your voiceover work is man, that game that you contributed to the world.
Yeah.
It was, you led and you continue to lead, whether we're talking about Zuko or freaking Jake.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of voiceover work.
Thank
for
you,
me,
man.
it's important for the world to know, because now I'm tapping into voiceover work with my daughter. Shout out to my daughter, Jet, for doing her first episode of Dora the Explorer.
Let's go.
Drop in soon. I'm excited about that. But let's talk about that, transitioning from live action film to now going into animation.
You never stop doing one or the other, as you know.
Yeah.
You like music, you don't stop. You just kind of keep adding more
layers.
Things to what we do. It all comes from the same kind of creative space. And in this industry, it also comes down to opportunities that open. And, with the animation thing, it's one of those wonderful things. Like Zuko itself, it reminds me of just to kind of, you got to be open sometimes. It's as artists, we come into LA, or you out there and you have a very strong vision of what you want to do, and you should go after it. Go after it with all your heart and everything, and kind of, you got to go after kind of so crazy and have the belief that things are going to happen more than everyone that thinks you're going to fail, right? But also while you're doing it, you got to sometimes have the wherewithal to kind of be open to see other doors that may open for you that may not necessarily be within your plan.
Yeah.
Because the reality is you don't even know what is out there in the world. And sometimes these things could be even better than some of your plans that you made. I mean, with Zuko, I had no clue. I'm an on-screen actor. I was a B-boy. I came more acting. And then these doors opened to kind of do some voiceover work just through my agency. And it was fun. Like, I don't know, we just do it. I mean, I started my whole thing off with the Goofy movie.
Fire.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know I was in the Goofy movie.
Classic,
my first line, I'm just like the little nerd kids, like, yo, Stacy, talk to me, baby.
But see, it's still hip hop. You're still adding your own flavor to it. You're bringing Dante Bosco to that character.
People are like, I love that the Goofy movie became a part of the culture.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's so part. You don't even know that line. I just improv that line because when I was back in those days, I was in the studio and they're like, well, how would you pick up on a girl? That time, my favorite song was Come and Talk to Me, Jodeci.
Nice.
And that's the intro where Casey and JoJo's like, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl.
Yeah.
I really want to know your name. Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I want to know your name. And he's like, talk to me, baby. That's
come
what I do.
Talk to me.
Exactly.
I really want to meet you. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing in that. Which is hilarious that it kind of to this day is like a little nod in there.
That's dope.
But what happens with Zuko is I do this character for Nickelodeon, and man, 20 years later, we just celebrated our 20th anniversary. That story impacted the world in a way that there's no way. I didn't, when I started, I didn't know that was going to be that Zuko's redemption arc alone, let alone the whole Avatar verse and what the story of these kids trying to save the world and get the world in balance, what that would mean for generations to come, what it still means to the world right now, how poignant that story is right now.
Well, it's parallel to life. And this is about honoring comic book storytelling, toys, sneaker culture, but also like heroes like yourself. The Zuko world, like him being a hero in his world and trying to do something good to inspire other kids in his universe. And you're doing the same thing for us as hip hop peers, as, loving and appreciating you leading the way in the Filipino community and always advocating for the youth and inspiring the youth, but also being a person who is now a storyteller. Yeah. As a director, as a writer, as a creative. And one of the things I asked you was like, hey, Dante, what's your favorite comic book? And you said X-Men.
Always been the X-Men.
Yeah. And I was like, X-Men. Okay. So X-Men is vague.
Yeah.
It could be like X-Men. Are you talking about X-Men one character or X-Men as a whole?
Well, I like the whole, growing up, X-Men were my favorite comics because as a brown boy coming up, you're ethnic in America, and the X-Men always were, the mutants were us. We were the mutants. Like, because people would like make you, because you're different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're like, no, because I'm different is because part of my specialness. Yeah. Being Filipino is something you're proud of, that gives you special abilities, possibly. You know what I'm saying? And so I love that. But within the X-Men, of course, you have to, look, everyone loves Wolverine. We all love Wolverine. Wolverine's almost too OP now. Yeah. He's like, of course I love Wolverine, but it's like everyone loves Wolverine. It's so crazy. So, but within the OG X-Men, I love Nightcrawler.
Nice.
Nightcrawler was my dude because he looked real fresh and we had similar kind of hair, like girl, but also his power was the power. I always thought, people was like, like the common kid question is, would you want to fly or would you want to have super strength? Yeah. Super strength or fly? And I'm like, teleportation.
Teleportation is ill.
To me, Nightcrawler was just slick. I just like his vibe and the style, the look of it. But I just like the storylines of the X-Men. And I wished, during Endgame, when I remember during the split between Endgame 1 and 2, and what do you call it? Samuel L. Jackson gets the beep, and he gets it, and it was like Captain Marvel, and I was like, that's cool, but I was like, first of all, I was like, what? I haven't heard about Captain Marvel in quite a long time. Matter of fact, Captain Marvel to me, before that movie came out with Brie Larson, was still a dude, because I had not read the latest Captain Marvel when Captain Marvel
became switching it up on us,
They're switching, because Captain Marvel growing up was a guy. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I thought it would have been so gangster if he looked at his pager and it was the X-Men X.
Yeah. That would have
been crazy.
Well, we have some throwback to Alpha Team right there.
There you go.
So that's kind of my nod to.
Oh my God. Actually, Puck was one of my favorite characters ever that never got a lot of love.
Not a lot of love, bro.
Puck was phenomenal.
Yep.
And not only was he, because I was a smaller guy, so I always like the smaller, kind of cooler characters like that. Puck was the dude, but there was also a dude on Rocksteady crew named, I think after Puck, like one,
B-boy.
A B-boy.
For those people that don't know Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
That's a B-boy crew from New York.
Yes.
Shout out to Crazy Legs. And it was probably one of the first major known B-boy crews that was part of a movie called Beat Street.
Beat Street. And Rocksteady crew, New York City Breakers. That's the foundation. Classic. But one of them was Puck too, like the powerful Puck. Yeah. Puckster. So like, damn, I just looked up. I haven't seen that character in
classic
a long time.
It's a classic piece. And then on top, you see Galactus.
Oh, Galactus, of course.
And Fantastic Four's dropping soon.
I know.
And that's the man right there. This is a dope Hasbro piece that I got.
That's dope. Galactus I remember from the Secret Wars.
Yes.
Classic comic books. This is like a before era.
Say it. Let's talk about it. This is comic books and kicks. Let's go.
A big thing where we all talked about when we were young because it was like the first before Endgame. It was the first Endgame where everyone, all the superheroes got together and had to fight Galactus and them in the Secret Wars. But back in those days, which is crazy, was Spider-Man was Captain America was the captain. Well, actually, Mr. Fantastic was the captain of the whole thing. And now it's kind of weird to think because as a kid, you're like, how's Mr. Fantastic the captain of all of the superheroes? It's these are all memories of mine as a child. I trip on a lot of people who watch Marvel movies now, and I talk to some of the actors and some of the producers, and like the audience, 95% never read any of the comics. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, that's the importance is
I'm
to be a
definitely
student.
one of those. I'm in
and
that
to be
category.
a student,
Yeah.
and that's good because we need people like you so that we can have forums like this and platforms so we can educate and inform in a very respectful and honest way, bro. Because a lot of people, they just want to see the big buck film.
No, it's cool, and I think it's cool. But like I said, I remember I met with the cats at Sony who did Spider-Verse, right? Because I was blown away by Spider-Verse, and I had this meeting with them. And I said, what's crazy when I saw the first Spider-Verse movie come out with Miles Morales, it was like on the billboards, and I thought it was some straight to video boo-boo stuff because I was like, what is this? Like, who wants to see this? And then I watched it, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
And then when I met with the Sony people, I was like, yo, you guys just re-sparked something for me. They said, what? I said, there's no actor in a Spider-Man suit. I don't care from Tobey Maguire to Tom Holland to whoever. No one's going to look as cool as Miles Morales as Spider-Man. They're like, what's
Jordans,
that?
the ones?
Yeah, because I'm like, if you look at, you forget the art. The art makes the comics and the animation, it just goes to a whole nother level of like why we love superheroes. Like there's no actor in some spandex suit that's ever going to look as cool as that. And not only that, the villains too, like Kingpin, the way they did the artistry, there's that scene where Kingpin comes in and it's just his head in a black screen.
Yeah, that
and
was
you
fire.
feel the depth of who Kingpin is. Right. And it's like Vincent D'Onofrio, great actor, whoever that's played Kingpin is like, you're not going to capture that because part of the superhero thing is the art.
Yeah.
The artists add so much depth and texture to who these characters are that it's hard to be an actor in a suit and be like, I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was dope because just talking about Miles Morales, having a Puerto Rican Spider-Man.
Bro.
Latino representing.
Great. And they did stuff in the animation that people don't even do in live action. Like he's part Puerto Rican, he's part black. Yep. They don't go over about it. We understand sometimes they speak in Spanish, sometimes they don't. No explanation.
Right. But you know.
Well, you know it. Yeah. He goes to prep school in Brooklyn. Yeah. That's Brooklyn. Like you go to Brooklyn, have homies out there. It looks like that. No one shoots Brooklyn like what it is.
Facts.
And these are just kids. They're ethnic kids. They're dealing with. They're not hung up on the ethnicity. It's not overly about these things, but it's intricately about those characters. Those are traits that are real about it. And I loved how they just portrayed it in a way that us on camera, we can't do it like that pure or that effortlessly or flawlessly sometimes. And I don't know how they did in that movie. They killed it.
Finding a balance with identity has been a hard subject, especially being a mixed race kid, being Mexican, Native, really finding my way, like not Mexican enough because you don't speak Spanish right, not Native enough because you're not from the res. Did you ever feel...
Okay, Tab, we go back, all right? So Tab to me was Filipino.
Now you're Filipino.
For a long
the Asian
time.
guy that does martial arts.
No, because...
We're talking about Latino and Indian. You're Filipino.
I'm Filipino, so we're mixed up too. But we all knew...
No, him.
Him, he's basically Filipino. Like when you mix it all up, Filipinos be claiming you for
they do,
decades,
bro. From the import show-off days
100%.
and the freaking arena nightclub.
House
house parties, Masonic temples back in the day.
Temples. Yep. But the P's, Abba Clan,
yep.
Those days, it was like y'all had Filipino girlfriends.
Yep.
everyone knew there was a Filipino in the piece.
Yep.
And, you know, app is mixed, so they just thought it was you.
Yeah.
But your look was so crazy. You were so ethnically ambiguous, and what were people, how was it like for you when you guys came out? Because it was like, first of all, it's hip hop, but obviously Will's black. And then I guess people just took app for being black for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And then how were the people that didn't know you, what were they thinking of you as you were touring?
They always thought like, because I always wore a piece to my culture.
Right.
Turquoise,
100%.
Something, a nod, beadwork, something, a nod to let people know how proud I was to be indigenous.
Right.
Even though I had my Mexican ancestry, I didn't connect fully with that part because I wasn't in Mexico. I was here in LA.
Right.
I knew that I had family in Sonora and Chihuahua and all that, but I knew that my grandmother was the person that raised me, and she was from Jerome, Arizona. So my connection to my native ancestry was my grandmother. So I always thought, okay, let me just rock
What
this.
tribe are we talking?
Shoshone and Hopi.
Shoshone and Hopi, okay.
So all this amazing work that I put into really doing knowledge of self, trying to build this bridge of understanding and really not claiming to know everything, but wanting to be a student of everything and wanting to better myself, to understand and not take everything that people say about me to heart.
No, you can't.
Because
but you guys are so on the edge. First of all, your look was wild. Your hair was long forever, down to past the middle of your back. And then you'd wear head wraps that were like in your own way. But your styles, like the thing what you guys did with the P's early on is like you were putting us all of us like hip hop kids and city kids who were, whatever, we enslaved to the style, double XL and we, everything. But you would take that style and you guys pushed it to another level.
Yeah, because we always we be falling up, never falling down, keep it on a high level, elevated ground, whether in your area, city, or town. Black Eyed Peas is known for getting down. We're going worldwide, across the nation. So we were already saying we're going worldwide across the nation, right?
But you were intergalactic sometimes, damn it.
So that was in the future. That was 2008. But when we first started, we're like, we want to go to the Philippines. Because you're from the Philippines.
Right.
Yo, what's it like to perform in the Philippines? Yo, what's it like when we go to Mexico?
Right.
What's it like when we go to South Africa or Africa? How about Kazakhstan? Like we didn't know the complacency of being a US act. We always were like international.
Right.
Without even going international.
But where'd y'all get that style? We were so young from the city.
Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Berry Brothers,
True.
Soul Brothers,
Native Tongue
Scheme
Click.
Team, Native Tongues. It just all represented the journey that we wanted to be on as like bohemian hip hop. That's what they used to call us.
They would come to the clubs with a style that no one else had. Like
Facts.
Literally, we'd all be baggy jeans and whatever. They come in with some knickers,
yep.
long
thrift
slocks,
store, bro.
thrift
yep.
store. Will had a fanny pack on, purse on, way before anyone was hip to any of that stuff,
Facts.
and still boogieing the whole time with it.
Let's talk about boogieing because I want to get into your foundation of your brothers, you as a b-boy performing, building your art and your craft around your city and your town, but go into different talent shows and talk about the kinship within your brothers through dance. Like, how did that energy form? Like,
that's
what was
the
that
first
like?
love. You know what I'm saying? Dance for me is the first love. And it was the 80s and it was hip hop for the first time. When you're from the West Coast, hip hop started in New York. We all know that. It's from New York. And so little by little, music would come to the West Coast. And when we fell in love with it, it was like early. Beat Street wasn't even out yet. I mean, Wild
What were you
Style.
dancing to? What songs?
Well, this is the deal. So you'd come, Doug. I remember going to one of our first competitions, and there's so little songs out.
There's so little songs out.
That you literally went there. You signed up your group. We were the Street Freaks, and you signed up your group, and there's like 4 songs to mark off. Like, what song did you do your routine to? Because that's all we got.
Jam on It, Nucleus.
Jam on It.
Yep.
Damn, Jam on It was one of them. Nucleus.
Electric
Clear.
Kingdom? Oh,
Clear.
Okay, all right.
Was it Clear? Is that Egyptian Lover? I think.
I think it is Egyptian Lover.
One of them was White Lines.
Mm.
And then I forget what the other Planet Rock.
Planet Rock. I was gonna say
Planet Rock.
Soul Sonic Force.
Yeah. So like literally, like,
Planet
those
Rock
are like
was
the
always
4
there.
songs where everyone. So you didn't even bring music. You're like, The DJ, you heard those songs.
Yeah.
So one of them was probably Egyptian Lover too. So we would do these songs, and then every now and then, like a new album would come, a new song would come, and then we'd all play that. So there was no East Coast, West Coast. It was like, did you hear that new Run DMC? When Run DMC came, we were like, what is this? LL Cool J, like everything that came, and nothing was really coming from the West Coast.
Right.
Yet.
So, because he's from the Bay, I'm from LA. At that time, we had KDAY, which was an AM station. And so we were having like jam, Rockberry, jam. Then we had like, Egyptian Lover, because he's from LA, Arabian Prince, the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yep.
I ended up meeting with Lonzo and them when we did a band. We would put a song together with us.
That's dope.
And then we got to LA, and the whole scene started changing. West Coast music started happening. It didn't really hit it. West Coast, to me, didn't hit its stride till the 90s, till like Far Side, till...
But you're talking about like
our
conscious hip-hop,
like,
right?
I think your generation, when you guys are a part of it, is when we started hitting... I mean, of course, NWA and all that kind of stuff, but like it started hitting to me at that time.
Do you remember Ice-T on Breaking? Reckless?
We opened up for Ice-T in the Bay. Ice-T was...
He was wearing spikes and like
he was like 80s down.
Yes, he was. Before the gangster thing.
Before the gangster thing, that was during the Breaking movie.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he came to the Bay, and our group opened up for him for a KMEL.
KMEL, shout out to big radio station in the Bay.
So KMEL. So Ice-T performed back in those days, and we opened up for him. But yeah, he's everyone. All the artists go through their like ups and downs and trends.
Yeah.
But I think LA hit its stride in like 80s, 90s. I think the P's were so much a big part of it. You know, indeed.
I got to go to my list now because we've just been freestyling.
Do you remember a song that you said when the music in LA kind of got into its rhythm? Do you remember the first song that you were like,
passing me by, dog, passing me by.
Yeah.
Woo. Classic.
But you know what people don't know about, and I tripped on, putting the whole acting and LA scene together and everything. I was up. We were doing a track. For some reason, we ran up. Brian Austin Green. So Brian Austin Green from 90210. But he had the studio. He had the money because he was doing a series. But he had the studio, and he did a lot of music with the P's. Far Side, early. I mean, actually, I listened to Brian Austin Green's solo album, which was before its time.
The Carnival or whatever.
Green Lights.
Green Lights, yeah.
Green Lights. And he was very, like the acting, and I also hung out with Faustino. David Faustino.
Shout out to David Faustino. Ballistics.
There's a documentary coming out.
Yes.
So I just hung out with Faustino, and the way the acting and the hip hop scene in those days were moving, because we all went to the same parties, we all partied at the same place, and everybody's homies. The actors sometimes had the money to have the studios.
Facts.
Let alone, what's my guy's name?
Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke.
Yep.
Robin Thicke studio.
Alan Thicke, Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke's son. So there was a big...
What was that, Growing Pains?
His dad was on Growing Pains, yeah.
He was the dad, yeah.
But the thing about it was like Hollywood actors and musicians in the 80s and 90s, well, the 90s and 2000s were all intermingling in a way in LA in the club scene that a lot of people outside of LA didn't really understand how it was going down.
Exactly.
And I'm like, you look back, if you look back, it's there. Like Hip Hop Parade, Faustino's in the video.
Yes.
And then people are like, why is David Faustino in the video? I'm like,
in the Naughty by Nature record?
Well,
yeah, Naughty by Nature video.
Well, I'll say
David
this.
Faustino's in that record.
He's in the video. When you watch the video, he's like, hell, hey, ho.
The thing that Faustino and cats like that had a platform like Married with Children or like 90210, even though it was far removed from our hip hop scene, it was still connected because he had a platform where he was a fan of hip hop. So he advocated to bring hip hop culture to the epicenter of Hollywood, which was the Sunset Strip. And that's why Ballistics was born. So he's like, yo, I could be my actor friends.
These guys don't know. There was a place called Ballistics.
Facts.
Which was a teenage club.
Boom.
Right?
Yes.
So it was an all-age club.
All-age club.
But not, I think 18 and under.
Bro, but I mean...
check your ID to make sure you were over 18.
Check this out. 18 and under, everybody was there. You're talking about an era where like Toby Maguire, Leo,
and Kevin
Punky
Connolly
Brewster,
and all them,
Kevin Connolly,
Bro, Corky Nemec from
shout out to
Parker
Corky
Lewis.
Nemec.
Yeah.
Every young actor was there.
Alyssa Milano, Christina Applegate.
And we're all there. But not only that, the dopest hip hop acts are coming through there.
Easy-E, Farside, Black Eyed Peas.
So people don't know, where was the club at? It was on Sunset Strip?
Sunset Strip. Whiskey A Go-Go.
Whiskey A Go-Go.
The 90s, yeah. That's where me, Will, and Apple came together and became brothers with my manager, Polo. But
shout out to
Polo. But Dante was also part of that scene because then we went to Bar One and Checka and B-Side.
Yeah, B-Side. You know what I mean? The whole thing. His whole era. But Ballistics was kind of like our jump off club scene.
Facts.
And it was like, I remember seeing Grand Poobah perform there. Yep. The Slam that they did, those guys did. Onyx performed there. The guys on MTV.
Is there a documentary about this?
We're making it now.
It's coming out.
It's going to come out, yeah.
It's actually mind-boggling what Faustino and Nick Adler were able to pull off at that time.
Just so you guys know, David Faustino was the son in Married with Children.
Bud Bundy,
Bud Bundy.
Yeah.
But it's a part of it.
And Ed O'Neill himself, Al Bundy, was there too to show advocacy, show his love for hip hop culture, but also for David, for the vision. Nick Adler, Rob, Dan, all the group that brought that energy to our world. Because for me, I was from the San Gabriel Valley, going to this club. Will was from East LA, Apple's from Glendale. Yeah. Bringing all these, mosaic of LA.
I'm from Paramount. That time I'm from Paramount.
Bringing the mosaic of LA of different nationalities and disciplines and skills to Ballistics, to battle as MCs, to battle as dancers, post up.
But then you're there and like every girl on TV, Nicole Eggert's there,
Alyssa Milano,
like everyone like
all
this.
The Baywatch girls, huh?
Punky Brewster,
Soleil Moon Frye, Soleil's there.
Brewster.
Everyone's there.
Yeah.
And we're teenagers.
Facts.
It ain't about drinking at that time.
No,
it's just about
battling.
Punky Brewster at that time.
Bro, Soleil was cool.
She was cool. She was
it was crazy time.
She was a teenager too. Yeah. So we were just kids having fun. Hip hop was the soundtrack, and the destiny and the journey was Ballistics.
But what's crazy is you guys came out of it and became these superstars.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
The Hooligans were there. Remember the Hooligans?
Yeah. Shout out to Scotty Khan and freaking Alchemist, who's now one of the dopest producers. Even Evidence was there.
Yeah.
From Dilated Peoples.
And
Who promoted the night? You guys, how did all this come together?
David Faustino and Nick Adler.
He was the promoter.
We didn't have Instagram and phones back then, bro. It was all word of mouth and flyers. But that's crazy for him to have that vision. So you said you're working on the documentary now. We're working on the documentary.
So when you say we, is it a group of you guys?
It's a group thing. It's the group of like the four guys that actually started it. Myself as an executive producer.
Faustino showed me the
Shout out
trailer.
to B. Earl for directing it. The guy that writes the comics for me at Marvel.
We got to get David on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to get
David. That's easy.
David's a plethora of knowledge.
So I know you have something to do.
Yeah, I got time. Yeah, go, whatever.
I wanted to ask you this question because it's a burning desire to know, when you saw Rufio as an action figure, what was that feeling, bro? Coming from the Bay, a dreamer, a B-boy that struggled, shopped at the Compton swap meet, Paramount, and then now you have your own action figure.
It was pretty wild. It was weird, man, because it's like I loved Star Wars.
Facts.
And so Star Wars figures were our G.I. Joes and Star Wars were our thing growing up. And so to have your own action figure was, it didn't hit me. I'll tell you what hit me crazy was
speaking about G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, what you got?
Storm Shadow.
Oh, Storm Shadow. Awesome. Classic. Boxed up, of course. The action, what hit me even harder than the action figure? Happy Meal.
What?
I had a Rufio Happy Meal.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? Let's say that. Rewind that back. So we actually had a Happy Meal too. Black Eyed Peas. We did.
Isn't it crazy to have that? Would that feel crazy?
It was crazy, bro. We're in Germany and we saw the Happy Meal in Europe.
Do you guys ever had your own little things?
We had a little MP3 player, and it's like, I wonder if you take you home, would you still be in love, baby? And it's like that. So it's my voice on the actual MP3 player, and it's Black Eyed Peas.
Isn't that trip? I mean, that stuff is.
It's insane, dude. It's insane.
Because it just takes you back to a kid and all the things that you want and you dream about, like you said, and it manifests into like little things that you've collected and played with for so long. And I don't know, man. It's just kind of tickled me kind of in a way that's like, it's so cool. I don't know how to put it. It's almost like a weird award it's like a weird award, like having a special achievement award. Like you get a action figure.
You get a Happy Meal.
Yeah. Like, okay. Like,
what?
So it's something I appreciate and kind of, it tickles you. Like
But then
you become a part of pop culture.
Yeah. But then it also, let's talk about business. Let's talk about controlling your IP.
Yeah.
Generating your own ideas and having the ability to align yourself with an ally or a partnership with a big studio, so that you retain your IP and ownership.
It just happened. When I became a corporation, which is some 10 years after Hook, my lawyers we just got Rufio Incorporated. So I own the name.
That is dope, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I don't know how, she's like, I don't know how we got it, but it's just there. No one ever got it. There was even a big punk band named Rufio that was out, and they're like, no one got it. Like, it's yours. And so my corporation, state of California, is Rufio Incorporated.
So you get to do merch. You get
to
do
everything. I own the name. Obviously, I own my likeness. I don't own the character of Rufio himself, but I own some parts of myself and the name itself. So
is there any perfect world where Rufio will have his own?
I hope so.
Story?
I mean, I've talked to Amblin, and we have some like origin story ideas and some other ways that in the future maybe we'll get to continue to tell that story. But it's also grown into its own thing with it being kind of part of my branding over the last 30 years. So I have there's like t-shirts and merch. I have a matcha line called Rufio Matcha.
That's dope.
And it's just a piece of my own personal history. And so I kind of lives on beyond the character, but that character is kind of legendary itself. I'd love to find a way to be a part of bringing him to the next generation because he's meant a lot. It's very fascinating to have characters now that have become touchstones to generations.
Correct.
Like Rufio's to like a Gen X world. This whole Gen Z kind of world is really a Prince Zuko's a touchstone of that. And it's not something that when you go out, you're not thinking about that when you're creating it. It's just weird to see it years later and see, I just feel fortunate. I've been somehow magically these things have happened, and trying to honor these things, honor the things you've been a part of, and using it business, be a good business person and trying to use things to help leverage the things that you want to do for yourself and your family and for your community, and use the things that people know you for to kind of as a platform to further everything you're trying to do.
That's dope.
I think it's good to get some top fives out of our guests.
Let's go.
And they create a lot of controversy because, your opinion is offensive.
I know. It's hip hop. We've been living with top fives
always
forever.
Doing that's barbershop talk. Top five.
So I think I got 3 top fives.
Hit me with it.
3 top fives. Your top 5 all-time sneakers.
Okay. We can go backwards or forward. What we doing?
It's your top 5. You get to choose 5 sneakers you have to rock the rest of your life. What are they?
Number 1 is Air Max 90. I've been an Air Max dude from
that's dope.
Jump.
Classic.
So I'll do that. The Nike side. I was a big Kobe fan when the Adidas Kobe's came out. Those were like
the Crazy 8s or whatever.
The Crazy 8s.
What about the Yellow Submarines?
No, the Crazy 8s, the foot on your feet, the hand on your foot thing. I was into Kobe. With LA, so we gotta represent that.
So wait, so you got Air Max 90s. Which Kobe's? The Crazy 8s?
The Crazy 8s, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
We'll go with some J's. I've never been a big Jordan dude, but I guess the 3s would probably be my favorite.
Are those 3s on today?
Let me ask you a question.
Those are classics.
Are you open to other J's?
I am open to other J's. I'm gonna be honest with you. They were so expensive growing up that I couldn't afford them.
Well, guess what? Being that this is Taboo's Comics and Kicks, I have a special gift for my brother Dante Bosco. Since you said you're open to J's, I'd like to present you with an exclusive pair of J's that I'm gifting you.
What are we doing?
Part of the show. Hold on. So, ladies and gentlemen, this right here. Let me make sure. I like
those
to
are
give
the good ones. Can't have those.
No, these are nice. These just came out. It's a good drop. It's an exclusive drop because you usually see the high tops. I'm presenting you with the 11 bread lows.
What?
Oh damn.
Oh damn! Let's go.
Those are fire, bro.
No,
those are summer joints because you can.
No, I always love the patent leathers joints too.
Facts.
The patent leathers are fresh. Yeah. So, bro, I love these things, and they're Rufio colors.
Facts.
These are Rufio colors. I always love the black and reds. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh, good. When you
well, you still got two more. You still got two more sneakers.
No,
we got Air Max 90s. You got the Kobe's, and you got the Jordan 3s. That's where you're at.
I'm also classic. I'm a classic dude. Classic kickwear. I'm like Stan Smiths. Obviously, Adidas. I'm wearing Commons today that are basically Stan Smiths. Yeah. But I always been a Stan Smith dude where it's like you need a clean pair of whites at all times.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then, Air Force Ones. I'm old school dude. Air Force Ones.
Beaters? The whites?
Whites. I do whites, but I do like different. I like some of the Flyknit ones.
You can't go wrong with the Air Force One. It'll never go out of style.
Of course.
It'll never go out of style.
Honestly, those are all everything. One is Air Max 90s. Like, I was an Air Max 90 dude. Because the thing about it is J's, like I said, thank you for the J's. Yeah. I'm from Paramount. Like, those back in the days was $100, $125 to get them. And it was not within the realm of reality for me to have some J's. We were rocking. What we got? We had those Rottweiler LA gears that we rocked, the black and brown ones.
MJ had LA gears. Michael Jackson had LA gears.
But they in the hood they came with these like black ones with brown. We called the Rottweilers. Yeah. So we wear like stuff like that, and we'd wear you'd wear like your boots.
Remember Troops?
Oh, we had Troops.
Yeah. Lottos, Troops.
BKs.
Yep. Diodoras.
BKs were cheap.
Yep. But you couldn't wear BKs in certain.
You couldn't wear BKs. You definitely couldn't wear.
Get you shot.
You definitely couldn't wear like blue or red BKs. No. You just wear black and whites or all whites or all black.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's some LA lore for you guys. That's gang culture right there.
Yeah, but my shoe game changed. I'm still like, as I get older, it's very. I've been running the Common Project. I just been on whites.
Mm-hmm. What was a shoe that you felt like when you were in your dancing days that you felt when you put those on, you were just like, I'm the man today. Great question,
bro.
When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
I know, with the dancing scene, you don't want to mess up the nice shoes.
The beaters,
like you go into the club and you're gonna scuffle.
So you're gonna open up for Black Eyed Peas in the Philippines right now. What sneaker are you putting on?
I'd probably put on some Air Force Ones because actually Air Force Ones are good at dancing because they're not Maxes are the side to side, they're like flimsy. You can you can mess your stuff up. But
twist an ankle. The
Air Force Ones are kind of sturdy. They're pretty good. I'll probably put some Air Force Ones on. It depends on what I'm wearing. I also been digging the Flyknit Air Force Ones because they're pretty light to rock with, and but the sole of it is solid. Either Air Force Ones or Dunks are always been solid dance shoes to me. They're hard on the bottom. Dunks are also easy to dance.
Second top five, your top five comics of all time.
Top five comics. I'm a big Marvel dude. I say, Spider-Man. I got back into Thundercats when they re-released the new Thundercats. The stories have been really cool.
Any specific edition, like as far as like series, like what Spider-Man?
I don't know the exact. A lot of my stuff is old school because as I gotten older, I've been like very less into pulling. I had the time to be pulling so many comic books out, but the stuff I enjoyed reading growing up. The Secret Wars, that whole thing was probably top tier 2 or 3. Also loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Of course, classic.
Most recently, The Last Ronin. For sure. Have you read that one? Have you read that one?
That's The Last Ronin is Hawkeye?
No. The Last Ronin is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But but they die.
Talking about the samurai, right?
There's one brother alive, and he goes to avenge the death of his brothers. It's crazy. It's so go check that out.
That's pretty ill.
That's like top tier of recent stuff. And then like the X-Men, like the original X-Men is always number one because like I said, it always was to me I just related to them and I felt like I was a mutant my whole life.
I love how you put that because I felt like a mutant and a misfit living in this space of like, I hear people say like, wow, how were you able to be live that taboo lifestyle? whether, my son's mom was black.
Right.
And in my neighborhood, it was like the Mexicans and the Asians. You cannot, coexist in the same space.
Right.
You're like sell out, or you're not down with the raza, or you're not down with the Asians.
Right.
It was all this like separation at that time. And I was like, I'm a student of everything. I love everyone,
You're a
right?
citizen of the
I'm a
of the
citizen
universe,
of the world.
damn man.
I'm all about equal opportunity for everyone to love, show love. So I felt like, outcast. I felt like, a taboo. So I was living a taboo lifestyle. Hence my name Taboo came from that lifestyle. I was a hip hop kid. My son Josh's mom was black when you weren't supposed to be dating outside of your race, which is ridiculous. And I was kind of like unexplainable because people didn't know what nationality I was. I was ambiguous. So that Taboo moniker and the alter ego was born when I was a kid, when I was a teenager.
I mean, you were the face of Black Eyed Peas, bro. Like as gifted as everybody. I mean, obviously, Will.i.am is a genius.
Shout out to Will and Apple.
Gifted as Apple who still is one. Is a good friend of mine. But I always tell App, I always gotta give him his flowers. Like, bro, like you've gone toe to toe with so many MCs, and you're not on enough top fives. You're not on enough. You know.
I mean, talk about Like That. That song where he went up again, like
Dog,
it was,
Like That.
Bro, App murdered that. It's Q-Tip. It's Talib Kweli. It's Will.i.am. It's John Legend. It's freaking CeeLo.
Like That.
Wow.
CeeLo Green. And Apple murdered that.
Go check out Like That. Forget that. Check out his verse on Where Is the Love.
Ooh.
App's verse on Where Is the Love can go.
Oof.
First of all, Where Is the Love is one of the biggest songs of all time.
Thank you.
And so,
do you know the verse? You can recite it.
I feel the weight of the world on my shoulder. As I get older, y'all, people get colder.
Like you go to his verse, it's top. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, it's one of the biggest songs of all time. It's one of the best verses.
Yeah.
And I just don't think people give him the flowers enough for being the lyricist because Black Eyed Peas became this pop band. I get it. And there's a lot going on.
Can I just interject? So, ladies and gentlemen, for those people that don't know, Apple is from the Philippines.
Right.
Born and raised, came to America, was adopted by this white man named Joe Ben Hudgens, didn't know a word of English, was an ESL student, had to learn English reading a dictionary. And now, in my mind and in Dante's mind, he's saying Apple is one of the most prolific MCs that ever has touched the microphone and blessed the microphone. So I want you to...
In his second language.
Second language. This man, English is not his first language.
We got to do that movie. You and Wood have talked to me about the Apple movie.
The Apple story,
you
bro.
telling about how, and you guys interconnected.
Yeah.
But the thing about it too is, this is a crazy thing, you guys. Like, we grew up at clubs and we were just like kids, brown kids from LA partying amongst movie stars and TV stars. I love that you guys went... You don't understand how it feels to see one of your homies, one of your friends go to a place in the world that you guys have been to, just giving you your flowers.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And it's phenomenal. It's like one of those things where when I speak to young artists, when I'm going to schools, drama schools or colleges or even at Comic-Cons where like young artists want to talk to me and I'll talk about it. And I go, you can do it. You don't understand. I have friends. I made it. We made it. I have a lot of friends that made it. I've had some friends that made it to a level where they broke records of Elvis and the Beatles.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? And I know it's not friends that I met. Yeah, I've met friends at the level like we're at parties and we're all movie stars
successful.
and we're great.
Yeah.
No, there's friends that I met where we were like in the streets.
I mean, bro, like even like let's get
thrown up in my back of my car.
What are you doing? Yo, what about
you went back right there.
Wait, what about when your brother messed up his knee at my house?
Yes,
playing basketball.
Like we go back like fam, and you go, no, dude, good people, talented people that are friends that you know that you grew up with have gone to different atmospheres.
Oh man,
and it's beautiful to see, and I'm always proud to I'm just proud of you guys, and I love that.
And I love seeing you go from like the 10-year-old kid on Growing Pains, Wonder Years. Wonder Years. I mean, when I saw you on Mr. Cooper, hanging with Mr. Cooper, and you're playing that kid, the basketball kid, and I'm like, oh, man, Dante's killing it every time.
Yeah,
and you're going up against like Omar Gooden.
Yeah,
Omar Gooden.
Big dude. So I mean, I just love that we have history, but I also love to see everything you guys have done and continue to do. I'm always just there as just nothing but love. Like,
let me ask you a question.
Well, hang on, before you ask a question, we still need 2 more comics from you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is that?
You had I think your top 3 so far. We're doing a top 5. But you had 3.
We get caught up in conversation.
yeah. No, but that's what a good podcast is, though. It is kind of bouncing around and being ADHD. Yeah. That's what makes it a good show. Okay. Because it's not scripted. It's not motion picture. What you talk about with Spielberg. We're not creating, that. We're creating a conversation between 2 friends. Yeah. And you guys are reminiscing and giving people an insight into your history.
We haven't seen each other in a while, bro. We haven't even gotten to the kid situation. That's what a good show I want to get there after this.
So, so give us 2 more comics. I think you said X-Men. You said Marvel.
Thundercats.
And Thundercats.
What did I say?
Oh, you said Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
So one more.
For comics, it's all DC. But you know what I also been reading? It's part of my life too. Is the Avatar comics, which is great. Dark Horse, and of course it's part of the world I've been in for many years now. But the great thing about what they're doing with the comic books is they took the television series and they kept it canon through the comic books. So one of the big questions is when the Avatar series ended was what happened to Zuko's mom? And I'm like, read the comics. Yep. It's in the search where Zuko and Azula go out to find their mom. And it's a very interesting thing that happened to their mom and why she left and the abuse and so that's a really poignant story and something. Yeah.
If you could be in any comic book or movie, Marvel, what would you be in?
No, I'm a big Marvel head. I say you did the Marvel. I would be something in Marvel.
Same.
It would be, something. There is a Marvel comic of Hook. So Rufio is in the Marvel comic. They did a five series of 5 stories that did Hook, and it's cool to see Rufio in Marvel.
That's dope.
But to do
something about a feature film. We're talking about one of the big ones.
Oh, for one of the big ones?
Yeah. You could be.
It'd be X-Men. I mean, as X-Men's getting back into, it's always
Dante Bosco.
It's always go back into X-Men. So as X-Men's coming back into the MCU, because I think they bought it from Fox and everything, it's like, can we find a mutant that I can be
what
rocking
about Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler's great, but Nightcrawler's German.
Right.
But he's somewhat in his lineage. You know what I'm saying?
You played a Puerto Rican kid with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, take the lead. When I got to dance, I finally got to dance in a movie. That was a full circle thing that I finally got to get down, boogie up in a movie, and that was a big kind of circle of life. I realized
how big Antonio Banderas was too.
Facts.
Dude,
Antonio Banderas shout out to Antonio Banderas, and he was a G too, and was just a very loving dude to me, and mentored me at that life. I always, when you work with like bigger guys, it's so much to learn from them,
right?
And
Sponge.
He's fascinating because he came to America not knowing any English, started working right away. And we had conversations about, he still is like, I don't really understand why America loves me.
They love him because he's Puss in Boots.
I know. And he has like one of those things where he is still pure in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Not jaded, huh?
Not jaded in a way. And I love Antonio Banderas. He's great. Yeah, I'd leave the set during like on Thursdays when I was doing Avatar. And he's like, Dante, where are you going? And I'm like, I got a show I do a cartoon for Nickelodeon. He goes, oh, you're a voice actor. I'm like, yeah. He goes, me too. I was like, I know you're Puss in Boots.
Wow. He's Puss in Boots talking to you about Puss in Boots.
He's like, we're voice actors. We had this whole conversation about being voice actors. I'm like, this dude is really putting me with him in Puss in Boots. One time we were together, we were up at Will's house somewhere on Sunset, one of his cribs, and you were there, Will, Trap was there, someone else was there, we were all kicking it, and you were like, man, isn't it crazy how we all made it?
Facts.
And we were sitting there and we were all like vibing. I was like, and in my mind, I'm like, well, you all made it in a certain way that was crazy. But the fact that you were like, we made, like, look at us. Yeah. Like, we're here. We were like some kids and we made it. And I'm like, that's wild.
There's a dope picture I have. It's me, you, Apple, and Joe Coy.
Joe Coy, yeah.
In a picture.
It's great.
And this is kind of before
before Joe blew up. We knew Joe for a while.
Before Joe took off and did SoFi next year. Shout out to Joe Coy.
Shout out to Joe Coy.
Easter Sunday and all his work that he's been doing. So it's just dope that we all, because Joe's from the B-boy scene. That's how I met Joe too, in the B-boy scene.
Okay.
And then he started doing like BET. This is when Joe had hair.
Yeah.
Probably when we all had hair.
Yeah, well, I still got some hair.
Yeah, you still,
but it's just dope to see how cats from a Filipino background, Native, Mexican, all this mosaic of representation that is LA doing their thing. And we became family men. I know App's still doing his thing as a solo guy, but for me, I've been a father for a long time. Apple,
you started it.
Joe Coy has little Joe, who's now Big Joe.
You became a father before any of us. We were all looking at you like, what's Tab doing? Is Tab
That's
gonna
my
be all
Mexican
right?
side.
Is Tab gonna be all right?
Having kids at 12, mijo.
Were you taking them to the club with you to Sunset Strip?
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Josh. I'm kidding about that, but I did have a kid at a young age. That's Joshua. Now he's 33. But speaking about kids, a congratulations is properly due. And I'm proud of you, man, because I've known you for so many years.
Yeah.
We were in acting class together. Shout out to the kids that were doing the acting class with us as well. But now as a father,
right?
What does that feel like for you? That's always been solo mission, hanging with your brothers, just go. Now you have a little one to take care of.
It's crazy. It definitely felt like the lost boy growing up to a degree. And it's later in life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of crazy, like become a father later in this crazy industry. I feel more prepared than I ever felt. That's the one good thing. It's like I'm in a better place mentally, business-wise.
Nice.
A lot of that young kind of like club kids, it's out of my, I can't, it's not, it feels like another time.
Yeah.
And I was probably up in the club longer than most people.
Same. I mean, we built
we can still be out there.
We built our whole
life.
energy. Our life was built on it.
It was part of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you still might find me somewhere in the street somewhere for a hot second.
Jesus,
but I ain't shut it down. I ain't shut it down. It's like the whole world's changed.
Facts.
It feels like.
Yeah.
You know, like the old me is not even, I still like the old me, but I think there's a new me that's happening. And there's new things going on. It's really gave me a new perspective on life. And it's one of those weird things. People are like, oh, people tell you all kinds of stuff. And then it's all true. All those cliches that people tell you, oh, it goes by so fast. It's all true. It's like the kid's 7 months old. But also the saying that, you relive life through your child. Where it's like, like everything from feeding him, like teaching him how to eat again, like you're trying how to crawl. You're like, and you're having memories of certain things in your life. Like, oh. And so I'm in that place where it's like, well, like you really want to see him becomes a little experiment, right? Like your baby becomes a little experiment. Like, can I just give him some of my best things, and try to steer him clear of some of my bad things? Like that's like the whole goal. And it's so much work.
Yeah.
Dog, it's so much work.
Bro.
You got a kid?
I have 3.
Yeah, several.
It's
that's his Mexican side. That's his Mexican side.
I'm 49, and it's Doug, being a dad at 49?
I was a dad at 20. I was a young dad like him. I had my first child at 20, so I was young too.
No, I'm going to be old as hell when the kid graduates. I'm going to be that old dad.
That's why I tell people, reverse engineer your age. You don't want to be the grandpa
guess what?
dad.
This is LA. When he graduates, I'm not going to be the only old dad in the damn stands. I know that.
But
that grandpa now is my pops.
Along with being a dad, you also have to find the right partner.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, like I had a kid at a young age. I went through my crazy wild lifestyle, and then I met my wife, Jamie. Yeah, and we still to this day, Jamie. Shout out to my wife. She became a rock of understanding, of putting up with my ish, because I know my daughter's going to be watching this.
What makes her so amazing? Why has it lasted so long for you? Because I think this is good advice for a lot of newlyweds.
So my wife and I, we met when I didn't have anything, when I was sleeping on the couch at my mom's house, looking in the couch for some quarters to buy a burrito or whatever. She had her thing going on. I didn't have anything. She asked me, what do you do? This is in '99. I said, I got a group. She's like, what's the group? Black Eyed Peas. She said, do you have a real job? I was like, that is my job. Yeah. But I wasn't making money.
Yeah. Right.
So financially, even though I had a title.
Yeah. People don't know the ups and downs and stuff.
Yeah. I had a title and I had a song out, but I didn't have financial stability. Yeah. So my wife at the time was my girlfriend. we went through our hard times. We went through my over excessiveness, my addiction era. Then I became sober. She rode with me through that. She helped me raise my son, Josh, who was 13 at the time. She took on that responsibility. And then she was with me when I battled cancer.
Yeah.
So all those things have nothing to do with monetary gain. Right. They have nothing to do with glamorous lifestyle, with fame, fortune. It's about the humanity. It's about the connection. It's about the real love that I have for my wife.
So her loyalty is what?
Her loyalty, her love, her understanding to put up with my ish because I'm crazy.
Yeah. You got to be a little bit crazy. To change the game, you got to be a little off. People think I'm crazy
and
too.
And she baddie.
She's dope. and she's dope. She's beautiful, but she's beautiful by just like, she's not trying to be all up in the videos. She's not all up on Instagram trying to be like that wife. She's like, nah, you do your thing. I love
the yin and the yang.
Yeah. And I'm just
she's like, that's your thing. I don't want to be
I'm the extrovert. She's more like chill, and I love that about her. She's pursuing this acupuncture thing.
Roles matter.
Yeah, so that's me. But I wanted to know about his wife.
You found that out early too. Like I said, you got wifed up early. He did a lot of things within the clique, within the community. You were brave enough to do things earlier than a lot of us.
I had to, Dante, because I was going down the wrong path, and you know this. I battled with addiction for a long time. And when I became sober, then it clicked about like wanting to live a better life for me and my family. And then when I got to the point where I got married and I started having stability within myself and being a better version of myself, I said, how do I now lead by example for my kids? Because they're looking at me as the hero, as the superhero.
Right.
Dad's fending for us. Right? Tuition, Dad's taking care of that. If they're hurt, Dad's going to take me to the hospital and deal with that. Like, we have to go from micro to macro and understand that it's not just about us as individuals. Now we have a family.
It's just I think that's part of my journey, all of our journeys, man. Like, when you come to Hollywood or wherever, New York, or you're following the dream, you're an artist or whatever you do, right? You're on your hero's journey. A lot of times it's a selfish journey.
Facts.
Like, to go in the pursuit of whatever it is, fame, fortune. And that's, like it or not, that's part of the game of what's here. And you have to be almost selfish to succeed in this town.
Big facts.
And that's part of it. But I've been around for 40 years. You've been around, we've been around forever.
Yeah.
There comes a time in life where you're like, the whole, the business isn't my whole life. It'll always be a part of my life, but it can't be my whole life. There's got to be other parts of your life, because when you look back 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, there's other parts of your life that suffer for the success of this. And so ain't nothing like seeing a kid that takes the focus off you. Mm-hmm. Like, he don't care about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He doesn't care that you Rufio.
Yeah, he don't care about none of that stuff. Yeah. And so you never stop the business of what it is we're doing. But it's now no longer, whereas at a lot of time in my life, it might have been 80, 90% of my life and day and what I think of in the pursuit. You got to kind of like ferociously go after it.
Yeah, you have to obsess over it.
You obsess over it.
Well, you have to, right? Because you're trying to do the 1%.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? You're trying to do the 1%. To do the 1%, you look at Kobe and MJ on that.
Exactly.
They obsessed over it for a phase.
And it's not healthy for so long.
Well, for a phase of their life. And then you saw Kobe retire, fall back, and really embrace being a dad.
Real dad. Yeah.
So, but he had to do that to reach and fulfill himself for that phase. And then to fulfill himself for the next phase, you saw him be super dad.
Right.
Yeah. You did not see him without his girls when he retired.
Right. And he even invested in being the coach to his daughter.
But that's what I'm saying. He really was like, I'm all about dad now. The same obsession I had with shooting hoops, I'm taking that same obsession with raising my kids.
So that being said, Dante, I like the parallel world of Kobe and Gigi and him as a father. Rest in peace. Girl dad, the ultimate girl dad. So now I'm embarking in a new era in this state of my career, working with my daughter.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, we are both working on the new Dora series, season 3. And it's been fun working with my daughter and doing her first press junket, promoting the episode, the song that we contributed to the episode, voice acting, having fun moments with her.
Part of the Nickelodeon family. Let's
go.
Part
of the Nickelodeon. Shout out to my Nickelodeon family.
Shout out to the Nick family, man.
And, so for me, it's exciting because I got to work with Jalen on Spirit Rangers on Netflix. That was our first collaboration that we did, voice acting. And then with Journey, it was him and I got to share the stage with Black Eyed Peas. He played drums, and then Jalen played guitar on one of the shows that we did New Year's Eve. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm enjoying working with my kids, because I know I'm going to protect them. I'm going to guide them, shield them from all the nonsense and the craziness that is. We've been around. So there's no one that's going to do my kids wrong, because I'm going to be right there to shield them, right? And I'm going to make sure that it's not a Nepo baby situation. They still got to audition. Yeah. They still got to put in the work. They got to put in that time, the over 10,000 hours if they want to pursue this, right?
That's what sometimes the kids don't understand. Like, I would look at some kids like, do you know how bad your dad is? Yo, do you know, have you seen your dads get down? Like, for real? Do you know who your dad is? Like, did you put that time in?
Yeah, facts.
Like, all those nights at the club weren't just us partying. We was putting in work.
We were putting in work, bro. Those hours, that hour of us being in the cypher, sharpening our swords, seeing what style you're bringing. Yeah, let me work on this footwork.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation of what we're doing.
It's like, I'm asking you, like, yo, when you do that MR2 or whatever move, it's like Kobe and MJ. He's like, yo, when you do that fall away, like they're asking each other, having a banter about how they can improve their skill.
Let alone the music and what's happening and being what's popping and what's and understanding what's moving the crowd. What people are digging this more than that. Like,
and you're still building your performance capability, because when you're in that cypher, you're performing for that crowd. That cypher is a performance. So that being said, would you ever eventually want to take your kid under your wing and give him some of your jewels?
I definitely do. He already started. He already did like a ad for Carter's. Like, agents already like, hey, does he want to go? Like, I'm gonna let him do it until he says if he doesn't want to do it. How old is he? He's 6 months, 7 months.
Wow,
he's already making money. But then,
that's it.
I think because his mother is an actress also from China, and she's a filmmaker, and so we're continuing to work. He's already been on tons of sets and tons of Comic-Cons. He's around the world. If it's something he's gonna want to do, then there's an avenue for him. If he doesn't want to, that's dope too.
Well, the reason I asked that, because I don't want to push that on my kids either. Because that was something that my wife and I discussed. Like, just because that's your job, the entertainment world, don't do that to our kids. So I'm being mindful, but I'm also like...
And it's a glimmery thing.
It is.
People are like, especially with social media today, like the kids want... But every kid's different.
Yeah.
But if they want to do it, I got to stress, like, get good. Like, don't come out here and play yourself.
Just because I work my ass off and I got the name doesn't mean that you should be thinking that you're entitled to have that.
You have to do better than me.
Facts.
Not have to, but you should want to do better than me. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
One of the people that really inspired me, I just saw a documentary about, a docuseries about Shaq rebuilding Reebok with Allen Iverson. So the way he talked to his son, who he hired to work with him and rebuild Reebok.
Him on the rim.
Yeah. So Shaq Gnosis, all those joints. And his son tried out for the Sacramento Kings.
Right.
And he's like, I don't really want to. That's kind of his dream. That's Shaq's dream, is for his kid to work for Reebok because he's working with him.
Right.
But he also said, look, just because you have the O'Neal name doesn't mean you're going to have the same game that I had.
No.
Or you're going to have...
It's very rare.
You're going to have
very rare.
A microscope because of the impact that I had on you to deliver. And if you don't deliver...
Shaq's one of the most famous people on the planet Earth.
I mean...
It's a blessing and a curse.
It is.
It is. But now you get all the doors open, but the curse is now everybody's going to micromanage.
Now we got top fives. I got 2 top fives I want to drop on y'all.
All right, cool. Let's do it, because we got to wrap.
Okay, first of all, you just said Shaq. Okay, top 5 actor rappers. Because Shaq,
actor rappers?
Actors that rapped.
Ooh.
Because Shaq, with the Fushnikins, actually got down a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's the song...
Actors that rap or ball players that rap?
I think you mean ball players. Okay. Athlete rapper.
Actor, non-actors, non-rappers that dropped an official rap song.
Yeah.
So I can be athlete or actor or whatever.
I'll tell you the most successful actor turned rapper was Obie Graham.
Yeah, Drizzy. Yeah, Drizzy. Drake. He's number 1. Okay, he's number 1.
There's no one. He went from Degrassi to...
Yeah. And what's crazy with the Kendrick...
And he did with his real name, too. He said Aubrey.
I know. It almost is like he's still acting a character.
Yeah. Well, that's what Pete Davidson said. He said he's the greatest actor ever.
Like his actor, like the character of Drake he's still it's killer. I mean, he's a dope lyricist. I'm gonna say he's a dope lyricist. So he's number one.
I like Drake with the melodies.
Yeah.
Shout out to LA, baby. Shout out to Kendrick. I got love for both of them.
Right.
Because I'm a hip hop guy.
Of course.
But as an LA Angelino, I love what Kendrick did for the city.
Oh God.
Put a city on the back.
Damn.
It was
crazy.
Essays, it was Bloods, it was Crips, it was everybody rocking.
They're not like us. He did it.
Facts.
Crazy. Any other non-rappers that dropped? Ball players?
Yeah.
Dame Dash is
Dame Lillard.
I mean, Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard is pretty good. He got bars.
No, Dame was dope. Yeah, Dame Dollar was dope.
What do you guys think of Jello? I'm not really. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
the kids
that
are
one
liking
song
him.
was hot.
The kids are liking him, bro. And he's a baller.
Huh?
What?
When he hit the corner.
Yeah, that one song is hot. I haven't heard nothing on it, but that
it's called
song,
Tweaker. So Jello was a basketball. For the people that don't know who Jello is, Jello's from the Ball family. Mello Ball, Lonzo Ball, and
His
Jello.
pops LeVar.
Yeah. What's his real name? D'Angelo.
Yeah.
D'Angelo, of course.
LeAngelo.
LeAngelo Ball.
So I mean, for right now, that's one of the biggest TikTok songs.
I would say Queen Latifah.
Ooh, actress, rapper.
No, because she's an MC first.
She's an MC first.
Yeah, if you go that route, then you got to go
no,
like Tupac.
No. The other way. Like an actor or, I mean, Kobe dropped an album. I didn't know if it was 100%.
No, he would say, nah, that was not good. Because I asked him that before. When
he wasn't into it?
He wasn't into it, bro. He's like, nah.
He did drop an album. Who else? There's some other ballers that have dropped albums that are like decent.
Shaq Fu was amazing, bro.
Dude, Fush niggas and Shaq.
I'm the hooper, hyper.
Yeah, even when he did like his solo thing, he had a song, No Hooks. He did something about his dad. He did some good
Wu-Tang?
stuff. Yeah, he did some good stuff.
That was dope.
My other top 5 for you, top 5 dancers in our era, just from the club scene.
Okay.
I'm talking, I'm putting people out there.
Yeah.
Of the top 5, because you were there.
Yeah. It could be
Ush, JT. Who else is out there that was like really cutting it? I mean, Will. People don't understand Will's
ill, but Apple's game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, out of all the Black Eyed Peas, Apple had acrobatics. He had b-boy moves. He had footwork. He had upstairs. He had top rocks.
Young App. The flips he would do.
All that, bro. The 90s. He just had it all. So I would go with Apple.
Okay.
I would go with Usher.
Ush was good.
Ush was dope. I would also go with L.A. Scheme Team. Chameleon. Chameleon was dope.
Ill.
The Soul Brothers.
The Soul Brothers were ill.
I mean, I patterned a lot of my stuff from Def Jam, Soul Brothers.
No, 100%.
Craig E.
You got.
I mean, bro, like that's L.A. right there. Soul Brothers.
You know what's crazy? One night, I think it was Joseph's, I saw Ush and JT battle. Fun battle. You know what I'm saying? And it was young. And
can you talk about? I know we're running out of time, but Joseph's was an integral part to my connection with JT for Where's the Love. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Joseph's was this little thing. Shout out to Pantera, Sarah, and Jen, who ran the door. And it was this little restaurant that got turned to a club Monday nights. And
DJ AM, shout out DJ AM.
DJ AM, we all boogied there.
Yeah.
I would say that night, I don't know, and no disrespect to Usher's the homie.
JT caught wreck.
JT caught wreck.
Oh.
Caught wreck.
JT,
Because I think sometimes, especially younger, Ush was like a lot of choreo.
Yeah.
Where JT was real fluid with his.
Freestyle?
Yeah. Real fluid with his stuff back then.
Well, he learned a lot from Marty Kudelka.
Marty and Wade before that.
Wade.
Wade, but Marty.
And
shout out to Marty.
JT, we're talking about Justin Timberlake.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about Where's the Love.
Yeah. So
he sang the hook on.
He did. So
did you guys meet there? I mean, everyone met there.
Yeah. We met at that specific spot. Then we would hang out at AD, which is the other spot.
Shout out to AD.
Latin Lounge, which is on Thursday. So it's like Joseph's, AD, Latin Lounge, and what was the other one?
Latin Lounge. I hadn't thought about it. I had a hot second.
I got one more question before we wrap, because I think we kind of left her out when we talked about Hook. You talked about Spielberg. You talked about Robin. You talked about the whole cast, but you left out Julia Roberts.
And Gwyneth Paltrow.
I think a young Gwyneth, but Julia was in her prime.
Yeah,
she was A-list superstar.
Okay, so Julia.
Like, what was she like? What was
First of all, she was separate from us a lot.
Was she humble?
She was, I don't know. You know, I was a kid. I'm 15. Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff was going on. That like I was a kid, and so when she was a big star, right? I don't know. And she was I don't know. Now as an adult, and I know people are going through a lot in their lives, I can kind of look at it from a different kind of frame. When we first started the film, she was dating Kiefer Sutherland.
What? Lost Boys?
Yeah. And a matter of fact, the first time I saw her, we were coming to set, and she was like yelling at the guy at the front. And like kind of like in the Tinkerbell outfit, and Kiefer Sutherland had like their 2 dogs with him, and he was like in a suit, and it was like kind of weird. Yeah. And she was like kind of yelling, as she was like they wouldn't let him on the lot because the dog. I don't know what was going on, but we were like, this is weird, and it looked like she was like kind of firing him, kind of or whatever.
Firing him
or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever movie star stuff, right? And the dogs come on, and then I saw like Dustin Hoffman come to the booth like, hey, yeah, you're not fired. It was like a weird thing. So it was like a strange thing, but she was young because by the end of the movie, like she was supposed to get married to Kiefer Sutherland. There was like everyone on the set was like going to go, like a lot of people, the executives and they were all going to the wedding, and then the wedding got canceled like in the middle of shooting. So you kind of, as a bystander, you kind of saw an ingenue going through some rough times as a young actress. And then, you know, like Jason Patrick would show up on the set. We're like, what's going on? This is so weird. But it's just her being a young artist, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but that being said, I would sneak into her makeup trailer or something because she had her own private makeup trailer with her own staff. And of course, I would go there in the morning sometimes, just say, you know, good morning, Julia. Like, how are you doing today? Like, I was just like a little 15-year-old kid.
Trying to spit game.
Spit game.
Teenager.
Yeah.
Teenage hormones.
She was very lovely.
You just got laid. You're like, hey.
I just loved her. I was feeling myself, damn it. I was out there. So she was always very lovely and sweet to me. But she was, as I've grown up in the industry and I've gone through my ups and downs, and I've seen other friends, and you know, it's even harder for women in the industry and girls coming up and having that ride is such a plays such tricks on your mind about who you are and what people want from you, and I can just respect everything that she was going through at that time in a different way.
Yeah,
you know,
that's dope. So, you know, I first of all, I want to thank you for being my first guest.
Yeah, man, it's my honor to be here.
Let's give it up for Dante Bosco. One more question I have. Yes. I want to have Dante Bosco. What's next for you to change the game?
You know, I've gone on to write and direct and produce. I directed my directorial debut, The Fabulous Filipino Brothers, and that premiered at South by Southwest Film Festival.
Shout out to the brothers.
Yeah, so that we're gonna be doing the sequel to that. But I've been producing movies for about 10, 12 years, and exclusively Asian films, Asian American, because I'm really about trying to create, just put our stories out there. Like I continue to work as an actor in front of the camera, on the microphone, and being a part of other stories, and I love that, and I'll forever be a gun for hire in that way. Yeah. But as a producer, the stories I'm trying to put out there is to really pay it forward to the next generation, and you know, put people that look like me from places I'm from, whether it be the Philippines, Southeast Asia, stories that are communities that are underrepresented. I want to employ and put people on camera, directing, you know, in front of, behind the camera, and just get our stories out there. So I'm doing some myself, but also putting together slates of the next generation of Southeast Asian filmmakers.
That's dope.
Amazing.
There you have it. Thank you for tuning in to Taboo's Comics and Kicks. Salute to my brother Dante Bosco. Peace, y'all. That's right, y'all. It's Taboo Nawasha, and I hope you enjoyed geeking out with me and going straight into geek mode. For more information, for more videos, subscribe, like, and comment. Share with your friends. Much love. There it is. Comics and Kicks.